Oh boy, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And not only am I back, Rhea Ripley, more importantly, is back. It was debated, it was discussed. When and where is she going to return? Well, the Eradicator herself is back to mess with Liv Morgan and the rest of the women's division. We all hope, at least. We'll see how this goes. But Monday Night Raw was awesome. I'm noticing a trend here with Monday Night Raw. If you haven't noticed, it seems like every time we have a big PLE, the next Raw is big. By trend, I mean the last two. So we had Clash of the Castle, then we got the big White Six reveal. Then we had this past PLE, which is Money in the Bank. Then we had the big return of Rhea Ripley. So it seems like the formula these days is to have the PLE and then follow it up with a big Monday Night Raw. So I think that we can expect that going forward. So after SummerSlam, next Raw, big show, which would probably be a Roman Reigns promo, something like that. Oh, at least that'll be on SmackDown. And then on Monday Night Raw will be something else, we don't know. But apparently, a week after a big show is when we get a lot of stuff. So I'm expecting SmackDown to be big as well somehow, but we'll see. Because we did get Jacob Fatu after Clash of the Castle. So it's a trend here. So keep your eye on that. Keep your eye out for that. Big shows after the big PLE. But Raw was good. A lot of people were saying this was better than Money in the Bank. People are giving Money in the Bank a little bit of a bad rap. Let's calm it down, all right? Let's pull it back. Money in the Bank was not that bad. It wasn't, okay? It was, truth be told, stuff happened that people did not want to happen, and therefore they're upset. What's up, Maya? And they're taking it out on the show, but it really wasn't that bad. There's a few things that didn't go your way creatively, but beyond that, it was okay. So let's just pump the brakes on the Money in the Bank hate, all right? It was fine. But Monday Night Raw, forget about that. Monday Night Raw was awesome. Got Bo Dallas in Adam Pearce's presence. You got CM Punk, Seth Rollins promo. And then, of course, we got the return of Rhea Ripley, which closed the show. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was, but let's move on from Money in the Bank. I talked about that long enough. It was fine. But yeah, Raw was cooking, and we got Rhea Ripley. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go through Monday Night Raw. But before I go through the entire Monday Night Raw, I'm going to focus on the big story, which is Rhea Ripley returning. Now, every good Raw or SmackDown has a through line. And the through line for this show was the Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio storyline, which led to Rhea Ripley. So I'm going to focus on that for the beginning. So we'll lead right into Rhea Ripley returning. Then I'm going to go back and talk about everything that happened, like CM Punk promo, Chad Gable stuff, Bo Dallas and all that stuff. So we'll focus on Rhea Ripley first, and then we'll go back to everything else. Sounds good? Do me a favor. If you're watching this on the replay, do me a favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and tell me what you thought about this awesome Monday Night Raw. Yeah, Sonya's faction. Yeah, a lot of good stuff happened on Raw. It was good stuff. Let's start with, of course, Dom and Liv Morgan. What's up, Barry? It was one hell of a segment. So we started off with Dom, and I'll bring it up here in a second. Here we go. So Dom's talking with good old Adam Pearce, who's a terrible GM, still a terrible GM, talking to Adam Pearce about, hey, I don't want to team with Liv Morgan. What the hell's going on here? Why am I teaming with this girl? Wasn't my decision. He's like, well, you see, Liv Morgan made this damn call. So, you know, she talked to me. She made the match happen. So what are you going to do? You have a match tonight. He's like, why? That's not fair. Why do I have to freaking tag with Liv Morgan? Well, he said, he made a good point. He said, well, hey, you've been interrupting the women's championship matches. Who put you in those matches? Like, you took your nose where it didn't belong. So guess what? You're dealing with this. You got a match with Liv Morgan. Deal with it. All right. So he had a decent point. Okay. Dom has been messing with the women's title matches, throwing their chairs in the ring. So this time, Dom, you got what's coming to you. This is your punishment for messing with the women's matches. You get this. And I thought it was pretty funny. Then you had Liv Morgan coming up. So here you see the agony and the distraught and you see how fraught the situation is for Dom. Dom does not want to deal with Liv Morgan, and she keeps coming close and try to sink her nails into him. And to be honest, he's not doing a great job. There's ways to get Liv Morgan away from you. There's ways to tell a woman to get the hell away from you. He's not doing a great job. But Liv Morgan knows that she could do this because Dom is very easily manipulated, which is the whole entire point of this. The only reason why she's even trying this, she's not trying this with Damian, right? She's trying this with freaking Liv Morgan, with Dominic Mysterio, not just because Dominic loves Rhea Ripley and about revenge, but she knows she can pull it off because Dom is very easily manipulated. So she's doing this with a strategic mind. She knows that she can do this. She knows she can make Dom potentially fold, and that is the plan. So she says to him, so he says to her, I don't want to tag with you. I just want to freaking beat my deadbeat dad. And she said, okay, we can do that. But we have to, talk about it and work together. And he's like, okay, cool. As long as some nuggies, I'll guess is fine. So in his mind, the ultimate mission to finally beat my dad. He never beat his dad. He never pinned his father. So even though he doesn't want to work with Liv Morgan, he sees this as an opportunity to finally potentially get it done. And this was a good opening segment for this storyline. This is not open up the show, of course. I'm just talking about the Dom Liv Morgan stuff for first. So this relates to Rhea Ripley later on. There's a segment where Damian Priest is talking to Seth Rollins, and at the end of that, he picks up the phone and starts talking to somebody. So everybody speculated that it was Rhea Ripley because it's kind of obvious. At least I thought it was obvious. So you see the tea leaves here. At this point, it's pretty clear that Rhea Ripley is showing up. Now, unfortunately, what does it really mean? Well, it depends on how you look at it. Freaking Sean Rossap on Twitter, he's very bad at disguising what he knows. So he thinks he's being sly. So he put out a tweet saying, I think he quoted a Rhea Ripley tweet he made before. And that point, it was obvious she was showing up. Like, dude, you think you're slick? You think you're being sly? You're not. You're spoiling it. It's clear what you're doing. You're not like being clever. So if you don't want to be spoiled, sometimes it's good to try to maybe block Sean Rossap because the little hints he gives out on Twitter are not hints. It's clear what's happening. Kind of crazy. And Damian was happy to see her. Yeah, so Damian's happy. Rhea Ripley is back, his friend. And this is setting up the new dynamic here. Because if Rhea Ripley is going to be babyface going forward, guess who's going to be babyface as well? It's going to be Damian. But we'll get to that later. That's where this is how this is lining up. Damian and Rhea Ripley, I've been saying it for weeks. Damian and Rhea Ripley are going to be on the same side as baby faces going forward. But he's talking to Rhea Ripley here. Then we cut to a next segment, which will be Dom and Liv Morgan backstage. Now this was hilarious. So she wanted to work on some tag team moves. And Dom's like, no, I want to play this game and not want to. Why would I do that? I just want to beat my deadbeat dad, right? He's like, Dom, I'm kind of tense. Let me try to loosen you up. You're kind of tense. And he gives into it because it feels good. It feels good. So he's like, oh yeah, that feels good. Yeah, great job. Yeah. She's stretching him out, trying to stretch out that hamstring. And we get one of the funniest freaking screenshots I've seen in quite some time, which is Damian, Carlito, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough looking around the corner. So JD's going like this, like, no. And Damian is like standing there smiling because he knows what's going to happen. He knows that Rhea Ripley is on her way. So because he knows that, like, okay, this guy's going to get what's coming to him. This kid been acting stupid around here with Liv Morgan, not listening, not doing what he's supposed to be doing. So you know what? I'm happy here because I know what's going to happen. So that makes sense. So everything here makes sense. All this is good. Carlito looking confused, like he don't know what the hell's going on. Great. This is a meme that can be used going forward for many years. Yeah, Carlito has been a fantastic addition to the Bloodline. Fantastic addition to the Judgment Day. He has been really great. Whoever came up with the idea, chef's kiss. He's been great with the Judgment Day. Hilarious. So we have, so Finn, we'll talk about Finn later on, but this is a good segment here. Then we get to Damian Priest telling Dominic, dude, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just break it off. And then Carlito says, looks pretty hard to me, by pointing at his crotch. Fantastic shit. Hilarious. I mean, it's freaking hilarious. So Finn, what was I about to say? I cannot remember. Okay, I lost my train of thought. So Finn Balor is working with Liv Morgan, I believe. Okay, but so his reaction here is kind of interesting. He's not really having a reaction at all. Like everybody else has a kind of more distinct reaction, but him. But Finn, it's gonna be interesting how fast they pull that off, or how they execute it when it happens at SummerSlam or whatever. But Finn is really the person we gotta look out for here going forward. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see if they execute that at SummerSlam or not. But let's see, got any more picks here? So that's for that segment, right? So they're hinting heavy at Rhea Ripley returning here because Damian Priest said he's gonna get what's coming to him. He's gonna get his consequences. Don't you worry, right? So they're hinting heavy at what's gonna happen here with Rhea Ripley returning. At this point, if you don't think Rhea Ripley's returning, I don't know what to tell you. It's clear, it's obvious at this point. It's so obvious what's gonna happen. So we have to now hope and pray we have the time at the end of the show to get Rhea Ripley and everything goes well, because at this point it's clear that's what's happening. It's clear she's going to show up. A lot of people who are scared or nervous about being let down, because a lot of people thought that what's his face, Jimmy Uso was going to return at said PLE. Did not happen. So they're wondering, okay, no freaking Jimmy Uso, no freaking Julia at Heatwave. Are we gonna be disappointed again on Raw? But at this point, it was clear what's going to happen. It was clear. So then we move on to Liv and Dom in the match. The main event at the end of the show, Liv and Dom working together against Zelina and Rey. Fun match, awesome match, a lot of action, some crazy spots. Whoever produced this damn show or this match was having a ball. To produce this shot where Dom is sliding into Liv Morgan's crotch, hilarious, get a great reaction. Just having a ball. They're having a lot of fun here. Liv Morgan was freaking born to play this role. This seductive, manipulative, evil thing she's doing, born to do it. She's killing it. I'm impressed. Give her an acting role. She's doing a great job. I'm loving what Liv Morgan is delivering here. But ultimately, her goal was give Dominic a win against his dad, which has never happened. She's never beat his dad. She's never pinned him whatsoever. And it finally happened. So on Twitter, I tweeted that this was going to happen. So before the match, I said Dominic would pin Rey. He would be so happy he'd hug Liv Morgan, and then we get the "This Was My Brutality" hit from the music, and that's pretty much what happened. He pins Rey. He gets so excited. He hugs Liv Morgan, and then he almost folds. Not even almost. He kind of does fold. He's ready to embrace everything that is Liv Morgan. He's ready to fold. And just like I said on Twitter, that's when the music hits. So some people who are saying that, not even some people, just one person I saw say, oh, I want Dominic to completely fold and then Rhea Ripley returns. Like, no, you don't want that. That's storytelling 101. You want to create conflict. Okay, you want to create some type of conflict. It's like storytelling 101. If Dom is about to fold, on the verge, or at his most vulnerable state, and then Rhea returns, that's what you want. And that's what happened. So now Dom is in a place where, with the audience, where they have to wonder, what is Dom going to do? Has he completely folded? He's going to go with Rhea Ripley. He's going to choose Liv Morgan. What's going on here? She returned at the perfect time. The moment when he's right about to give in, her music hits. And that's what you want to do. Okay? You don't want, because now there's intrigue. What's going to happen with Dom? What's going to happen with Dom? What's happening with Rhea Ripley? How does Rhea Ripley feel about Dom? Is Dom going to try to get Rhea Ripley back? Is he going to go with Liv Morgan? You know, that's you cause, intrigue, discussion. That's what you want to do. Okay. So her music hits. Yeah, that pop was insane. So the people I've been wanting Rhea Ripley to return. She's here. They're ready for her. The pop was huge. And in fact, it probably could have been even bigger. And I'm saying that as someone who said it was big pop. The crowd last night was okay. Not the best, but okay. She got a big pop, but I think her pop could have been even huger. It was big, but it could have been even bigger, I think, in the right place. But the crowd wasn't that loud all day, but it really was loud for her. So I think it could have been even higher, I think. It could have been an even higher decibel. But she catches Dom and Liv Morgan in a interesting location here. And yeah, we have Rhea Ripley returning. So you chase off Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan runs for the hills. Yeah, right. That's one thing I got right. Rhea Ripley returning on Raw. It made too much sense. Maybe want to say Jimmy for SummerSlam, whatever, but Rhea on Raw made too much sense. If you're building towards SummerSlam, if you want to do, assuming she's cleared, which I hope she's cleared now, right? If she's cleared, you want to do Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Well, to have that match, you need a build, all right? You have to have a build. So, if you want to have a build, then she needs to return sometime before the damn show. Raw after this past PLE makes the most sense. Now you have what, 3 weeks, 3 Raws to build toward that match. Made too much sense. I just assumed that she's gonna be there. I have a hard time believing that she's gonna miss SummerSlam, so she has to return at some point before then. So why not now? It made too much sense. And there was this report that she was in Canada, so she's probably cleared. The crowd was kind of dead, but she woke him up. She really did. Got that big visual here of Dominic and Rhea. Again, Rhea Ripley came and ran off Liv Morgan, which made sense. And then we had a video that came out backstage of Liv just watching the proceedings. Now the reaction to this video was interesting. He hit a "you fuck up" chant, and then she turned around and smiled. Now, there are people who are like, "Oh my God, she's been fooling him." Duh. You thought that Liv Morgan actually liked Dom? This is all about, it's called the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. She's doing this for revenge. She doesn't love Dom. She doesn't like Dom. It's all about manipulation. It's all about screwing with Rhea Ripley. She doesn't care that Dom might go back to Rhea Ripley. Her plan is to fuck with Rhea, period, and to take what she has. She doesn't care about Dom. She doesn't love Dom. She knows that in order to get in Dom's good graces, to mess with Dom, to have him in conflict, I need to give him what he wants. Give him a win against his father. Cater to his needs, or buy him nuggies and chicken tenders, okay? I want to mess with this man to make him fold for me, but she didn't care about Dom, duh. Like, she's using him, duh. Storytelling 101 again. So many people online, I don't know what they watch or what they like consume. Like, this is like basic storytelling. They're like, oh my God, she doesn't really care about Dom. She's been using him. I thought we were on that like months ago. Like, this is all about revenge. She doesn't care about Dom, duh. Anyway, it's all about Rhea Ripley. So I don't know why people are like taking it back. I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. She doesn't care about Dom. But yeah, great reveal of Rhea Ripley. It made sense, even though it was kind of spoiled. Great stuff. Rhea Ripley is back. Now where do we go? Now what do we do? Do we have a match at SummerSlam? Duh. The question is, the question will be, will Dom turn? Has he been corrupted by Liv Morgan? That's not the question she'd be asking, honestly. I think Dominic Mysterio is the least of her worries. The person she'd be worried about is Finn Balor. That's the rub here. That's the issue. Her focus will be on Liv Morgan and Dom, but really the issue for her will be Finn Balor, because I believe Finn Balor is the one who ultimately will be working with Liv Morgan. He's the one who's probably already folded, in like metaphorically speaking, right? He's the one that has an issue with Damian Priest. He's the one who got tag titles because of Liv Morgan. He's the one who's been talking to Liv Morgan behind the scenes. Damian Priest has to worry about Finn, and Rhea Ripley has to worry about Finn. That's the op, really. Dominic is a dumb kid he's being manipulated and tormented by this attractive woman who wants to get in his pants, he believes, right? And because of that, Finn Balor is the actual mastermind here who's going to cause the actual issue for her. Not Dom. Dom is a manipulator. He can be manipulated easily. He's like, Dom's not the issue here. He's not the op. He's not the brains. Finn is the person who's got to worry about. He's the person that's going to mess with her family ultimately and ruin things for Damian Priest, who is her closest friend. So the Liv Morgan Finn Balor relationship is the thing that Rhea Ripley has to worry about. Is she going to be focused on that? Will she piece that out? Will she be aware of that? Will she be hip to that? I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Right now, her focus is on Liv Morgan and Dom. And I think for the sake of the storyline, that's where her focus will be, more so than Finn Balor. But Finn is the issue here. That's one she should be worried about. That's an actual op to her happiness in Judgment Day. So we'll see how that works out. Again, great stuff, hilarious. I'm enjoying every bit of it. This is great. Like, this is really, really good stuff. I'm not at all annoyed or disappointed by what we're getting from Liv Morgan and Dom and Finn and Damian Priest. It's all good, in my opinion. What say you? Are you enjoying the Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley story? Are you ready for the Brutality Tour that they're now calling it? Her new merch says Brutality Tour. Liv Morgan came on Twitter and said it doesn't really have a ring to it. She's already shitting on her new merch. Hilarious. How about Liv Morgan headline WrestleMania as champ and Rhea Ripley wins the Chamber to get to Liv? Brutality Tour, hilarious. How about Liv Morgan headline WrestleMania as champ and Rhea Ripley? Here's the thing. There's a PLE called what's it called now? Bloods? What is the name of the new PLE in October? The Halloween inspired Blood one. They just created it. What is it called? What's the name of the new the old name? It had blood in it. What's the name of the PLE in October? Bad Blood. Okay, Bad Blood. So thank you. Thank you. So Bad Blood is a PLE that everybody's focused on when it comes to the Drew and Punk storyline. But I believe after Liv Morgan retains by hook or crook or however that happens, we might get another Bad Blood match up between, not even maybe, I think Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley will have a match on that card. So Bad Blood will be Damian Priest, CM Punk, and it'll also be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Could she win the title back at that show? It's possible depending on how things go. It just depends on what story they want to tell. I think she loses at SummerSlam, of course, whether that be because of Dom or Finn Balor. Then she gets another match eventually at Bad Blood. Could make too much sense. How do you have a Bad Blood PLE without Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley? It's almost like that PLE is created not just for Drew and CM Punk, but also because of these feuds that got going on. So we got the Bloodline stuff with Cody Rhodes. That might have maybe a Jacob Fatu match for Bad Blood. You have the Drew CM Punk, of course, was obvious, right? And I think also for Bad Blood, it just makes too much sense to get a Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley show on that. So if that's the case, then she may win it back there, or she may lose again. It all depends on what they want to do. It all depends. So whether it goes to WrestleMania, I don't know. It could. It could. I mean, the what's the face? The White Six. The White Six stuff may go to Bad Blood as well. So I think they'll have a match there as well. So do you have Rhea Ripley lose twice? It's possible. If you want to do the Rhea Ripley has to go to Elimination Chamber and then get back to Liv Morgan at Mania, I can have her losing at SummerSlam and then lose at Bad Blood as well, via Finn Balor, Dominic, interference, whatever. She's not going to lose clean to Liv Morgan, clearly. So it had to be some type of shenanigans. But yeah, you can have her lose at SummerSlam and then lose at Bad Blood and then have to go to back of the line kind of, or maybe get into another feud with maybe Damage Control or the new Sonya faction. And then she has to go back to Chamber, win that, and then get to Liv Morgan at Mania. You could do that, clearly. Like, that's a possibility. I'm not sure they want to put the belt back on Rhea Ripley right away. I think Liv Morgan beats her at SummerSlam. I think she could beat her at Bad Blood as well. By hook or crook, Very possible. I don't think Rhea Ripley's winning the Rumble again. I think Triple H will want her to win something new. Like, she won the Rumble before. She won at Mania, right? I think the next big thing for her will be a Chamber win, because she never won a Chamber. Last time she was in the Chamber, she got pinned by Bianca. So now that he probably want to give her that accolade. So to have the Chamber win and a Rumble win under her belt. I don't think they'll give her a Rumble win again. I think they'll save the Rumble for a new person, like a Jade Cargill. I think Jade is a front runner for that. Maybe even like I wouldn't say Jordan Grace, but not. I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger on that. It'll be like a Jade. I think Jade will win the Rumble, and Rhea Ripley could win the Chamber. Could that be a new thing for her, a new accolade for her? But yeah, this is good stuff, man. We mean Liv Morgan winning the. You think Io or Dakota win the Rumble? What's the story? Bayley? If that's what you want to go with, if that's what you want to do with Bayley, then sure. I would just be surprised considering Tiffany Stratton has the damn briefcase. How does that work? There's so much stuff. That's the thing about WWE right now. The thing about WWE, there's so much ways they can go. There's so much things they could do. Tiffany has the belt or the briefcase right now. Bayley has the championship. How long does Bayley have it? Where does that go? Right now, Damage Control are mixed up with the tag title, or not even a tag titles right now, but a faction battle right now. So does that lead back to the Mania when it comes to Rumble? I don't know about that. I'll be shocked if Liv Morgan is not somehow still involved with the title going into Mania somehow with the Rhea Ripley storyline. I feel like the Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan thing is like the A storyline for them going forward. I can see her holding on to that thing through Rumble, through the Chamber. So yeah, when it comes to the other title with Bayley and Tiffany, I don't think Damage Control get involved. I just don't see it. Not right now, but maybe later. It was an interesting decision to put Damage Control on the other show, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna be mixing it up with Bayley anytime soon. I think Jade and Tiffany are going to be Bayley's biggest options right now. And yeah, now right now I think Jade is the front runner for the Rumble. But we'll see. We will see. Let's go back to Tiffany. Flair would be a good option. But then what does Bianca do? Bianca might have to face Flair. They've been trying to get every damn year, you know. Let's get back to this. So let's move on to CM Punk. So CM Punk showed up on Raw, opened up the show, talked about the consequences of Drew's actions. Drew has made decisions, and that for those decisions, there are consequences, you know? That's his whole spiel he had there. He said as long as he has air in his lungs, Drew will not be champion, which we've heard before. Then he brought up the fact that Drew was suspended. He said, well, Drew, I don't want you to be suspended. I want to kick your ass, so please lift his suspension. And then got the burn it down hit because Seth Rollins came out there. He cut a promo on CM Punk. He's mad that CM Punk got involved in this match, which is understandable, and it makes sense for his character because he does still hate CM Punk. And he says that, hey, you're the dumbest smart dude I know, and you can't be trusted, and you can't apologize for anything. Nothing's ever your fault. And then CM Punk says he tried to apologize, but he's bad at apologies. He said, I apologize, but not really. Like, I can't really apologize to you. He didn't like Seth Rollins at all. And then they kind of like skipped over the whole ref thing. So there's this botch that happened in the match between Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. Decided to just skip over it. Things happen. Refs make mistakes. Like in all sports, the refs make mistakes. And that's kind of how they're dealing with it. I don't begrudge them for that. I don't blame them. Whatever. Just get past it. If there's no way to make it make sense, which it really isn't, just gotta chalk it up to a ref mistake in kayfabe, and that's it, which is fine. I don't care. I don't care that much. I'm over it. It happens. It was a botch. Oh well, you know. But CM Punk is not cleared yet. But Seth says when you are cleared, I'm coming after you. So that's the storyline. Seth is still very much mixing it up with CM Punk, even though CM Punk's focus is on Drew McIntyre. Ultimately, we have to get back to the Seth CM Punk storyline. I thought the segment was good. When will we see the Seth Rollins CM Punk stuff? Where is that going to happen? After Bad Blood, maybe? I don't know. Kind of feels like away. It feels away. Because of what's happening with CM Punk and Drew, the Seth stuff seems like it's kind of far away. Maybe Mania. How do you do a Seth Rollins CM Punk match, especially because CM Punk wants to have a main event? Do you do a CM Punk Drew Seth Rollins main event at Mania to get that out of the way? Because right now, the whole storyline of I want a main event WrestleMania. It's kind of holding stuff back. For example, Bianca Rhea Ripley storyline. If you want Bianca and Rhea Ripley to main event a Mania, gotta get this whole CM Punk thing out the way. So CM Punk, get your main event this year or this upcoming year. Get a main event with Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Triple Threat, whatever. Just get it out the way so we can get to the Bianca Belair Rhea Ripley main event, which is what I believe Triple H wants to do. In my opinion, I don't know that for a fact. I don't know the man, but I believe he wants to do the Bianca Belair Rhea Ripley storyline for a main event. So in order to get to that, gotta get this CM Punk shit out the way. So let's get CM Punk his main event in 41 and be done with it. But I think the Seth Rollins CM Punk is going to be the main event, probably. And how Drew factors in, I don't know, but we'll see. Yep, Seth, Drew, Punk, that could work. Yeah, Seth Punk was the first feud, and then Drew injured him by accident, and that's how we got this stuff. Yeah, exactly. The whole 2K cover. We're going to get Rhea Ripley, Bianca, but now with Rhea Ripley being a babyface, I've got to mention that. Rhea is now full-on babyface, right? Now, Rhea Ripley does not like being babyface. She said that in interviews she preferred being a heel, but at this point, she's now listed as a babyface according to PW Insider. So Rhea Ripley, you may not like it, but your heel days are over. She's now firmly a babyface. What does that mean? You see here? Well, all that means is she now cannot be so much a heel as she was before, which she's having fun with. She was enjoying being a heel. She's enjoying being kind of that dirty, nasty character, that vicious character, the one that was kind of like a asshole. She probably had to dial that back a bit. Like, she'd still be a badass, she'd still be cool, but you can't be a despicable human being. She's now listed as a babyface. And I believe that Damian Priest will also be listed as a babyface going forward. So you're going to have babyface Rhea Ripley and babyface Damian Priest going forward, which is good for that dynamic. But that means ultimately, when the Bianca Belair Rhea Ripley feud happens, will she be a babyface? And if that's the case, will Bianca be reverted to a heel? At this point, I'll be okay with that because Triple H likes heels. If you didn't know, I think the whole creative team prefers heels. If you're a heel champion or you're a heel competitor, if you're heel anything, you are treated better by creative, not because they hate baby faces, just better at doing heel stuff. I think they have more fun with heels. So I would completely embrace Bianca Belair heel against babyface Rhea Ripley because I think they let Bianca Belair cook in a way and they'll have more fun and freedom. And it's interesting to see how they book that because, again, this creative team likes their heels. They love their heels when it comes to creative. Look what happened with Rhea Ripley last year. Look what happened with Liv Morgan now. Heels get screen time, they get character work, they get character development, they get agency. They're interesting, they're more dynamic. Heels are better under WWE. So I would take a Bianca Belair heel against Rhea Ripley babyface when that time comes. I would embrace it. Now, they may do a whole thing where they're both kind of tweeners and they're both kind of like, it's kind of ambiguous. It's not really like set in stone. That could work as well. But yeah, I would embrace a Bianca Belair heel turn with this feud. With the Rhea Ripley feud, I would embrace it completely. The baby faces, look at Bayley. How's the Bayley run going right now? You enjoying the babyface Bayley run as champ? Are you enjoying that storyline? Are you enjoying how they're booking her? Kind of bland, kind of boring, because they don't like baby faces. They love their heels. So keep that in mind when it comes to hoping that your fave is a babyface. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. All right, let's go back. So, yeah, Bianca as a heel will be hilarious. She'll be hilarious and a menace. I don't think it's required, but I think they need to give her some type of like freedom to be a little bit more edgy. That's all. Like Rhea Ripley, she's gonna be an edgy heel. I mean, she's gonna be an edgy babyface for sure. So they should probably just do that. All right, so we have next up after this promo, which is good. Got the Yeet Man. Jay Yeet Uso. Got his new shirt out. It's like eat, sleep, eat. They're gonna just milk the hell out of this Yeet thing. they're gonna milk it for what it's worth. You're gonna get every dollar they can get out of the whole Yeet stuff, and it's not dying down anytime soon. You're gonna get more merch, more money out of this Yeeting thing. So if you hate it, I don't know what to tell you. The eating, or it's not gonna stop anytime soon. Eat all day long in the WWE. Just see if you didn't know, he had a match against Chad Gable. Good match, solid, but that's not really the story. The story is what happened after the match, where the Wyatt Six showed up. Jay got the pin because of the distraction, hit a yeet and ran out the way. He ran for his life as he hit a yeet, which was hilarious. This was hilarious. Then we had the smoke coming out, of course, and got the visual here of Nikki Cross. I like what they're doing. Now, I asked a question on Twitter, because what happened was she dropped off the damn VHS tape again. My question is, are you okay with this stuff? Is it getting kind of boring and repetitive? Or are you along for the ride? And most people said that they were along for the ride. Most people said that they enjoyed this pace. They're giving WWE a benefit of the doubt. They're not rushing it. They're fine with how it's going. And I agree with them. I just asked the question, are you getting tired of it? I'm not tired of it yet. It's fine. And luckily, what happened here, because this is going to be the third time. I guess the third time is the last one, I think, because now we'll talk about it later on. We got the visual of freaking Bo Dallas in Adam Pearce's office, I think, wherever that was, like a makeshift office space. He had his name on the damn door, but that was not no damn office, whatever that was. Like a large room, whatever. He is on screen now, so I'm happy with this pacing now. I think the third time is over. I think it's the last one, the last VHS tape. Now we're gonna get something else, so I'm okay with it. But I was just curious to see how folks were reacting to this heated VHS drop off. He's back in person, yep. So now after that we had Sheamus. Had a backstage segment with good old Bronson Reed. Feuding coming, that's all this was. Just letting you know, guys, we have two good wrestlers and they're gonna be feuding here soon. That's all this was. Perfectly fine. He had a match next with Pete Dunne. He beat Pete Dunne, good match. Now the story here is Sheamus went out there to help Pete Dunne. He did, but Pete Dunne wasn't having any of it for whatever reason. So Pete Dunne does not like Sheamus right now. There's a story there. We'll find out what that story is later on. But yeah, Pete Dunne not happy with Sheamus whatsoever for whatever reason. I'm glad they're telling some stories with these people. I'm happy we get some mid-card storylines. I wish we get more for the women. I'm always happy to see a mid-card storyline that could be interesting potentially. I want more for the women, but yeah, this is cool. We'll see where this goes. Will it be that compelling? I don't know, but we'll see where this goes. Moving on to the next slide, which is the conversation between Seth and Damien Priest. Now, this is the moment where Damien Priest talked to Rhea Ripley on the phone, but basically what he said was, hey, this was just a sign of respect. I respect you, you respect me. You're a good champion, you're a hard worker, I respect you in the ring. And Damien Priest said, that whole stipulation where you can't challenge for my title now that while I'm champion, forget about that. Once I'm done with Gunther, I want to give you another title shot. So they're clearly setting up babyface Damien Priest, like clearly setting up babyface Damien Priest, which is fine. Again, Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley will both be babyfaces. That works fine for me. But yeah, that's where this is going. Good guy, Damien Priest, respectable, honorable champion, and a solid segment here. Nothing really to talk about beyond that. I'll be curious to see what happens to Damien when he loses that belt at SummerSlam, because he'll be going against the Judgment Day. So it's going to be Rhea, Damien against the new Judgment Day. We'll see where Dom fits in there. We'll see what that happens. It may be better off for Dom and be kind of on the outside of both, because maybe Rhea Ripley that has nothing to do with them. And then Liv Morgan doesn't want anything to do with them either. She's kind of like in limbo. That could be interesting for Dom. We'll see. We will see. So then we get a what's next? Let's see. Next is this awesome segment with Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. So people were saying that after Money in the Bank that Sami Zayn is Sammy Hogan and Braun Breaker is freaking buried. He's buried and he's weak now. He lost because of one haluva kick and Braun Breaker can't be saved. And shut up, folks. Sometimes you gotta calm the fuck down and let things play out. You have a good segment here where Braun Breaker spears the hell out of Sami Zayn, spears him out of his shoes. Literally, and I'm not even like joking. He literally speared him out of his shoes. He lost his shoe. So they're here to reestablish once again, that Braun Breaker is a beast. I don't know why people are freaking out about this. Braun Breaker will be fine. He'll be champion on the main roster within time, okay? Let's stop getting all emotional and calling wrestlers whatever Hogan, replacing their last name with Hogan because you're upset that they lost, okay? It is going to be okay. He spears the hell out of Sami Zayn, beats him up. Then he does this to Adam Pearce, was hilarious. He does the whole trick of, oh, look up there. And he runs very fast. Braun Breaker is fast as AF, man. He's fast as fuck, man. He ran around the damn ring so damn fast and speared him again. But this was hilarious. They're keeping him strong. They're keeping him awesome, okay? Just because he lost a match to Sami Zayn does not mean anything. He'll probably beat Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. And then what? Then all your bitching will be for nothing. Keep it under control, calm down, and let things play out. Sammy Hogan. Now, would I've wanted him to lose by one haluva kick? Fine, maybe not. Maybe you want him to get beaten by a couple more finishers. Fine, okay. But is it really that bad for you to rant about Sammy Hogan and saying Braun got fumbled? People are saying he got fumbled. Like, I don't know if those people are just like trying to get clicks or get retweets, whatever. If you actually believe that, but it was so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. Yeah, those over the ring shots are awesome. Every time you see how fast he moves, you can track him the entire way. It's great. But people need to calm the fuck down, seriously. But yeah, this was a good segment, awesome, hilarious. And then we had Ilya Dragunov coming out there to help defend Sami Zayn's honor, which is interesting. That leads to a match later on. So we got the setup of the Braun Breaker Ilya Dragunov match later on that night, which was great. Then we had good old Awesome Truth with what's his face? Braun Strowman against the Judgment Day. This is a fun match. I have a feeling that Miz is going to turn on freaking R-Truth because R-Truth keep doing dumb stuff. He's the reason why they had to defend their titles to begin with the other day. He's the reason why they lost this match. He's not focusing. He's acting like a child. Eventually, I think Miz might just be tired of it. He might turn on him. I think it's the same thing over and over again. R-Truth keeps screwing up. He's naive and he keeps screwing up. I think he was messing with the crowd this time around. He kept looking at the crowd saying, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" And then he lost the damn match because he wasn't paying attention. So I don't know. I don't know how long this tag team can last. I think the Miz is gonna get fed up with R-Truth, but we'll see where it goes. And I think he might turn on him. His entire character is being dumb and being easily manipulated. I don't know how he became champion to begin with. His entire damn run is about being silly and not being aware, not being self-aware, you know. We'll see where this leads to. Will the Miz turn on R-Truth or not? I don't know, but something's got to give. Can't be the same thing over and over again. Eventually, he's going to turn on him eventually, but we'll see if that plays out sooner rather than later. I do not know. Next, we had, well, they won, yeah. So then we had the promo section backstage between Adam Pearce and CM Punk to talk about how Drew McIntyre is suspended. He wants CM Punk to go home so he can settle this stuff with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre elbowed Adam Pearce in the face the other day, which was hilarious. He said, "Okay, go home, pet the dog, Larry. I'm going to deal with Drew McIntyre and, you know, just let me handle it." So that was done. So next week, Drew McIntyre returns to Raw. See where that goes. Will CM Punk be there? according to Adam Pearce, no. I had a thought because there's that freaking segment where at the end of the show on Saturday for Money in the Bank, he goes to the post show and he says, "I know where you live." I thought it was very possible that we have a segment where Drew McIntyre shows up at CM Punk's house. You see Larry the Dog. Maybe they have to needed some time to shoot that. So maybe next week we'll shoot it. He may go to CM Punk's house. They may take a camera crew. They'll have Larry the Dog. May even have AJ Lee, for all we know. That could be a good segment because he said that for a reason. You don't say that for nothing. He said, "I know where you live. I know where your family lives." So that could actually play out on screen where Drew McIntyre goes to CM Punk's house. That'd be crazy, especially if you're trying to elevate the kind of one up the situations. Can't just keep having Drew McIntyre attack CM Punk. Can't just keep having CM Punk attack Drew McIntyre. You need to elevate it and escalate it. So what better way than to have Drew McIntyre show up at CM Punk's home? That'd be kind of cool. And kind of appropriate for a Bad Blood PLE. Only one women's match on the card. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I think he thought that because Selena Vega, I can't remember her name for a second. Selena Vega is on the main event. That mattered or something, but no. He should have more matches than one. He did have a lot of Liv Morgan segments on there. Had a big Rhea Ripley returns. I get that. So there's a lot of women featured on TV. But yeah, but one sole women's match was not enough. He should have more. Even though he did have a lot of women on TV. And then after that we had freaking the Wyatt Six with Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy, however you want to say it. This was a very well done VHS recording. He says that going to unleash his new family, and they're here to, they may be sick, but they're going to embrace the sick label and all that stuff, which is great. The real thing here, after this nice VHS, was the interaction between Chad Gable and Adam Pearce. Chad Gable said that, "Hey, what's going on here? They come after me. Where's security? I'm gonna take care of this myself." That's what he said. He said, I'm about to take care of this myself because you're not doing a good job here. And then Adam Pearce said, "Well, maybe it's your fault. Have you thought about why they're after you? Like, have you thought about why?" Which is kind of a wild thing to say. I'm here as an employee, and these crazy people are after me. You're telling me, "Well, have you thought about why they're after you?" That's not what you want to hear. You don't want to hear that from your GM. Have you thought about why they want to kick your ass? Have you thought about why they're chasing you and being creepy and following you with masks? Have you thought about why that is? No, I don't want to hear that. You should be protecting me as an employee under your brand, okay? But it was a good segment here. He says it's important to hear this. He said he wants to take care of it himself, or he has to take care of himself, right? So what does that mean? We saw a segment later on where he's talking with the Creeds and Ivy Now. And what the WWE are doing, and we'll talk about later what they're doing here, what's happening backstage are set up, and they're reminding the audience about what's going to happen later on. I believe they've been saving the Creeds reveal for the Wyatt Six stuff, potentially. They just had to take care of it. I believe that he is going to recruit the Creeds and Ivy Now to deal with the Wyatt Six. That'll be the first actual feud for the Wyatt Six, will be Alpha Academy, or the new Alpha Academy. Chad Gable, the Creeds, Ivy Now. Ivy Now dealing with Nikki Cross, and the other three dealing with the other three. Maybe not. Uncle Howdy will be wrestling, so maybe it'll be Eric, Joe Gacy, and Dexter against Gable and the Creeds. Ivy Now against Nikki Cross, and Bo Dallas will be in the background just chilling. But I think that'll be the first feud because he says, "I'm gonna take care of this myself." What does that mean? Then we see him talking to the Creeds. That's where it's heading, folks. Pay attention to the storyline. Pay attention to the through line. It's the Creeds, Gable against the Wyatts, I believe. Now, especially now that we saw that Chad Gable lost Money in the Bank. There's no clear direction for him. No Money in the Bank. No IC title stuff. What's his stuff? What's his storyline? The Wyatt Six. That's compounded by what happens later when we see freaking Bo Dallas right behind the damn door. He's right there. He was right there. So I think that's the storyline now, folks. Bo Dallas and the Wyatt Six against Chad Gable in his Alpha Academy, his new Alpha Academy, the Creeds and Ivy Now. Did that make sense? Yeah, they were in suits. Yeah, but does that make sense? Like, do you buy that? Does that track? He says, "I'm gonna take care of this myself." That's his plan. He's made a decision. I'm taking care of this myself. I'm doing this myself, right? Then we see him with the Creeds. So what does that mean? I'm assuming him and the Creeds against the White Six. Does that make sense? Do you buy that? What else could he be talking about? Like, what else? How are you going to take care of yourself? He's one dude. He's one man. It has to be the Creeds and Ivory Nile. Nothing else makes sense. I think that's where it's going, folks. That'd be an interesting matchup. Imagine Creeds fighting against Eric Rowan and Joe Gacy. Ivan Nile fighting against Nikki Cross. Crazy. Maybe do Chad Gable against Joe Gacy. Assuming you don't want Bo Dallas to get involved yet, maybe do Chad Gable against Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan and Dexter against the Creeds, and then Nikki Cross against Ivan Nile. That'd be crazy. Yeah, but that's what it's heading, I believe. Nothing else makes sense to me. But it's crazy. I did not expect this. I did not expect to see Bo Dallas showing up live and in color, looking a lot like his brother. Like, I know he looks like his brother. He's his damn brother, right? Brothers look alike. But still, even so, he looks like, even mannerisms, even the way he's like, his aura. He just gives off Bray. He really gives off Bray right now. Crazy to believe it. So we're really escalating this stuff, right? Like, really escalating. Again, Raw after the big PLE. Bo Dallas on screen. Rhea Ripley returns. What does that mean? Rhea Ripley will get a match at SummerSlam, and Bo Dallas will get a match at SummerSlam. Or the White Six. Because now we're on the road to the big show. And now that he's here, it's clear they're waiting until the build to SummerSlam to debut him on TV. So here he is. Now we get to see what the hell they're going to do for SummerSlam. I'm assuming it'll be Chad Gable and the Creeds. We'll see. Yeah, he had a nice pop. He did. But that's where that's headed. Should be good. And then next, we got a damage control segment. Now this is interesting. Because a lot of people thought that damage control are on the outs. They thought they were on the way to being a non-faction. Well, they shot this vignette. And after I saw this vignette, I said, okay, they're going to win tonight. They're going to win. In my mind, they were really re-establishing them as a force. They were trying to build them back up here. So I knew they were going to win. And in fact, they did later on. But this was a nice little segment. Talked about re-establishing control. And they let Kyrie talk. They let Io Sky talk. What was nice. So good segment here for these three. We're going to get a talk about what's going to happen with them later on. But nice vignette. I almost spoiled it here, but let's wait until we talk about the match. But a nice segment. Let's see. Then we had next was the match between Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov. Good match, solid, hard hitting, like always. Ended in DQ because he didn't want to pin anybody. He ended up throwing a damn chair at Ilya, and then Sami Zayn came out there. And he beat him up as well. So Sami Zayn can't deal with him. Ilya Dragunov can't deal with him. Again, they reestablished him again as a force in the division. So all the people were freaking out. Braun Breaker is legitimately still strong and still in the IC title picture. So like, pump the brakes, folks. Pump the brakes. Ilya was bleeding on his like knee. I don't know what happened to his shin. I don't know how that happened, but he's bleeding. But yeah, he looked super strong. Braun Breaker did. Super strong. Next, we had Karrion Kross. So he mentions John Cena. So everybody freaked out. Oh my God, they're going to do a Karrion Kross John Cena feud? Why? Why are they doing that? That's not what he said. He never said he's going to face John Cena, okay? Just chill. He did talk about the New Day, because that's what he's been feuding with for the last, I don't know how many months it feels like. That's still his direction. That's still his, that's still his feud. But I didn't see anything that made me think that, oh, for sure, John Cena will be a feud for him. I didn't see that. Okay. I saw him talk about John, sure. But he didn't say, oh, I'm coming after you, John. I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna make you non-invisible. Yeah. they'll all be able to see you after this match. No, that's not what he said. Okay, there's no John Cena feud on the horizon that I saw, based on that promo. They held down. Karrion Kross will be feuding with the New Day some more, I guess. I do not see a Cena match in the future, but maybe that's just me. Am I wrong? Did you guys hear that promo? Did you hear him talk about John Cena in a way that made you think that, oh, we're going to get a feud? Did you hear that? That what you heard? Because I didn't. But let me know. Did you hear a John Cena Karrion Kross feud based on that promo? Like, honest questions to chat. Is that what you heard? I don't know why everybody freaking out. You tune him out? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Maya. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hear this promo. I didn't hear it. I had to go back and listen to it this morning. I went back and listened to it just to make sure if I heard anything, because I did not pay attention to it in real time. So I did have to go back and review it. So do I think we'll get a Wyatt 6 John Cena interaction? Yes, I do. Future, in the near future, I don't know, but it'll happen sometime next year. John Cena will be on screen in 2025. From beginning of 2025 to the end of 2025 will be John Cena. So yeah. Now we get the match. Damage Control match. Looking like stars, looking great here. Dakota, Io, Kyrie. Good match they had. I thought they had a really good match with the Party Girls and Lyra. Good action, good sequences. The crowd got into it a couple times, which was nice to see. Good action. Good chemistry between the six. A lot of good spots. Ultimately, Damage Control wins. Damage Control are winners, which I was happy to see them win. I knew they would, based on that vignette, I knew they would. And the question I have is, Io's gonna go to Japan. She's heading to Marigold. My question would be, is the Party Birds, yeah. My question would be, is Damage Control heading to Marigold as well? I would love to see that. I would love to see Damage Control going to Japan just for the representation. You might as well. I don't know why you wouldn't. If Io Sky going to go there as a WWE Io Sky, like I'm WWE superstar Io Sky, why not take the faction? That'd be cool to see that visual. They're going to be in Japan anyway for the Japan tour, so why not go there early at Damage Control unit, promote the WWE as a unit? That'd be cool. Right now, I'm expecting it to just be Io. I would love for Dakota Kai and Kyrie to all go to Japan as a part of that stable and show up in Marigold as a takeover. You know, that'd be cool. But there's no way to know what's going to happen. I don't know. But yeah, so after she lands his moonsault and gets the pin, and then Sonya, Zoe, and Shayna show up on the scene. And like I've been saying for the most part, like all these backstage segments where you look in the background and you see, oh look, Sonya's talking to Zoe, Sonya's talking to Shayna Baszler. All of it pays off. They're all just telling you, they're reminding the audience over and over again, hey guys, this is gonna pay off. This is gonna happen, and that tonight was the night to debut this faction. The same thing will happen for Sami Zayn. Not Sami Zayn, but the same thing will happen with Chad Gable and the Creeds. They're showing you backstage over and over again, and then it'll happen. So just like that, just like that's going to happen, this happened already. So now we have the faction here of Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe Stark. They beat up Damage Control. Zoe Stark is mad because she got by Io Sky. She said to her, "You ruined my chance to win. You cost me the match." So Zoe Stark blames Io Sky for losing the Money in the Bank briefcase. Fine. Now we have this badass faction that I think is heel. Now because they attacked Damage Control, there are folks who believe that Damage Control will now be babyface. I don't know if I buy that just yet. I don't know about that. We will see. I still think Damage Control is still a heel faction based on that freaking vignette they shot. Still sounding heel to me. So we'll see how it plays out. But I think we have two heel factions here. Damage Control is a heel faction, and Zoe Stark, Shayna, and Zoe are also... Zoe twice I did. Zoe Stark, Shayna, and Sonya are also a heel faction, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm not willing to say this is a Damage Control babyface turn here. Not yet. We'll see how it plays out. But it was but I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing with the women's division. Backstage, Sonya said that we're going to take over the division, and we have the Unholy Union pop up and say, you guys can't take over shit as long as we have these damn titles. So like what he's doing, mixing it up, got Damage Control mixing it up with the birds and the party birds. That's what we'll call them. The party, we'll call that faction. If it's an actual faction, we don't know, but we'll call it the party girls. Lyra, Kaden Carter, and Tana Chance, they're the party girls. So the Damage Control mixing it up with the party girls. They're mixing it up with the Unholy Union. And now you have this new faction here. I wish that Bianca and Jade were on Raw. I really do. You have all these new dynamics here on Raw. Intriguing, like how did it play out? Who wants to tag titles? Who doesn't? It's interesting to see this. But on SmackDown, it's kind of like Bianca and Jade and Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. It's kind of it. Yes, you can add Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, but it's just more entertaining on Raw what's happening with the women's division. So I kind of wish Bianca and Jade were part of that. I thought we were going to get the Jade, Bianca versus Tiffany and Nia Jax shit, but it may still happen. I'm not ruling that out. Right now, Nia's going after Bayley. Tiffany's got the briefcase. It's still very much a singles kind of outlook for them. I still believe that we will get that tag team, but I just don't know anymore how and when that's going to happen. I just feel like Raw is more cooking. I think Raw is better dynamic right now. Better storylines and better potential for the women's division on Raw than SmackDown. But we'll see how it plays out. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be crazy. A three-way stable fight between Sonya's stable, Damage Control, and the Party Birds. Yeah, they could do that. Meanwhile, Bianca's fighting Indy Hartwell. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I like what he's doing with the SmackDown. Not SmackDown. I like what he's doing with the Raw. I like what he's doing with the Raw. Raw is compelling stuff. I don't know why. Why are they showing Money in the Bank stuff? What's happening? Where is my rest of my stuff? Oh, never mind. That's it. That's why. This is the last thing. Because I was talking about I already talked about the Rhea stuff. The Rhea stuff happened at the end of the show. So that was it. This is the last non-Rhea Ripley storyline on Raw. So what's your thoughts on Raw? What's your ranking? I'd give it a it was a very good Raw. Rhea returns, Bo Dallas on the screen, good stuff for the women's division in terms of like storylines. Maybe not enough matches, but good stuff. 8.5 sounds good. Yeah, I'll give it 8.5. Had more women's wrestling, I'd probably get a 9. But 8.5 sounds about right for what this show produced. Yeah. 8.5. But again, keep a look on what's happening in the background. Whatever happening in the background will eventually play out in the forefront. So we're counting down the days until Creeds and Chad Gable show up together. What else is happening right now in the background? Besides that, I think that's it right now. The only thing happening in the background, I think. Now that Sonya has debuted with the Zoe and Shayna, I think that's it. That's it for the background stuff. Did I miss anything? I think I got everything from Raw, but what did I miss? I think that's it. Raw is war. Good show. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Tiffany on SmackDown, but that's another worry. Raw has 4 teams: the Unholy Union, After Party, Sonya, Zoe, and Damage Control. Yep. Or Zoe and Shayna, however you want to say it. There's like 4 competing groups / factions on Raw. What the happening here? Apparently, there's talk of the MCMG going to WWE. Yeah, I don't know what this means. Oh, they're gonna show up on NXT tonight? Look at that. More speculation, folks. Apparently, MCMG, which is Motor City Machine Guns, might show up on NXT tonight. This is a tag team that is very popular. So PWN had been breaking some stories here. Apparently this is going to happen maybe tonight. We'll see. Collision for Collision. The AEW marks. So I'm going to stop calling people marks. But it looks like NXT or WWE is the way to go here. Apparently, according to these reports. Take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, looking like Motor City Machine Guns will be on WWE television, not AEW television. We'll see. But interesting. You guys excited about the Motor City? I keep saying the name wrong. You guys excited about the Motor City Machine Guns? Yeah, they might be facing Nathan and Axiom. Sure. You guys excited about that? Do you like that tag team? Are you a fan of their work? But that's it for all. You guys have any questions about anything before we wrap it up here? Ripley's out for blood, folks. She's out for blood. Joker, blood drop. What else we got? Let's see. Before I sign out of here, let's make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh yeah, here's Damon Priest watching the happenings of Rhea Ripley going out there. Check it out. Happy to friend back, and he's happy that Dom is getting what's coming to him, because it's foolishness for the longest time. Yeah, he could have told him. He could have told him at any time that, hey, by the way, Rhea Ripley's showing up, but he chose not to. Will Dominic Mysterio be mad about that? Will he feel betrayed? He brought it on himself. He brought it on himself. He had nobody to blame but himself. To be completely honest with you, nobody to blame but himself. So maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I plan on doing a Mari Gold stream. That's a plan. We'll see if it plays out like that. The plan is to do a Mari Gold stream. Talk about the big show this Saturday. WWE has a new announcer. Congrats to him. He'll be calling Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. He'll be calling SmackDown and part of a 3-man group. So it'll be Corey Graves, this guy, and Wade Barrett. So hopefully he's good. But yeah, I'm going to be doing Mari Gold stream tomorrow, I think. That's a plan. We will see how that goes. It'll be my first Josie stream covering Josie Wrestling. So we have the big Mari Gold show this weekend, July 13th. They may have some WWE implications on that show, because WWE are working closely with Mari Gold to a certain extent, not closely, but to a certain extent, they're working with Mari Gold. So there may be some new news that drops for this show. But yeah, I'll be covering this tomorrow, breaking down everything. So if you are a beginner or you never watched anything Mari Gold, this is a new promotion in Japan that just started up in May. So I've seen all the shows. I'll be able to catch you up. So if you've never watched a single speck of Mari Gold at all, nothing Mari Gold related, if you don't know the talent, you know nothing, you'll be able to follow that stream because I'll be breaking it down all completely. This show is Saturday. It is Tuesday, so I'm going to get that out tomorrow probably. Return had 1.4 freaking views already on YouTube. That's crazy. You'll be watching it? Awesome, Maya. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. It's their first big show that's not the opener. Julia here. Did she announce this? Oh, this is her announcing the matches for that show, for the show, not the big show on Saturday, but a different show. But Julia will have a big match on the show. She'll be facing Saray, aka Saray. You know her as Saray from NXT. But Saray and her will be having a match. Exciting stuff. I'll be breaking that down tomorrow. So if you're a complete beginner, again, you'll be caught up completely. I'll be breaking down everything from how the damn promotion started to what's going on, the top storylines and all that stuff. That should be fun. Do me a favor. Like the video. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment if you want to. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. By next time tomorrow. All right. Later, folks. Have a good one. See you on Twitter. Peace.